Hi, and welcome along to the All Guns Blazing podcast with my man DT. How you doing, man? It's cold in here, man. I've got my jacket on, man. Seriously.
You need to pay your heating bill, man.
Yeah, the thing is, we've got that heater there, but it will affect the microphones, innit? So we can't really have that on. So, you know, technical stuff and all that, you know what I mean? Yeah. I know you don't know about them things anyway.
All right.
I like that hat. That's all right.
It's all right, innit?
Yeah, better than that. I saw that picture of you and your son, Peaky Blinders.
Hey, listen, there's nothing wrong with that hat. Coming from this guy. Have you seen this guy when he goes to Ascot?
I saw that hat, mate. Peaky Blinders, mate.
Listen, do you not wear one of them hats as well? Do you?
Yeah,
or
I
do
do
you
wear
not?
one.
Exactly.
I've got a couple
so you're
of
trying to
hats.
mock me for Peaky Blinders?
Because you had on like the waistcoat and all that. You like Peaky
You
Blinders.
put a suit on, you look like you've been to court. Get out of it.
Peaky Blinders, mate.
It's a nice picture, though.
It's a bad man, isn't it?
It was a nice picture, man. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we did. Your team. DTFC. And,
What are you mocking?
Huh?
What are you mocking?
Ready for you, man.
Yeah?
Ready for you.
You want to be ready. You want to
Ready
get rid
for
of
you.
half of your dead players
Ready
before
for
you
you.
come for me. That's what you need
And
to
I didn't
do.
like and that's the other thing.
What?
You dissing our team as well.
So what?
You see, that's what I'm saying.
I said it straight.
The man was just because he got sacked.
Yeah.
And for a good reason.
Wrongfully. Wrongfully sacked.
Wrongfully. No,
Yeah.
be honest.
No.
Be honest.
What? I
Was you
said
wrong-
a few words to the referee and that. So?
Be honest. Was
Right,
you wrongfully
listen,
sacked?
let me explain something.
Hold on.
Wait.
Was you wrongfully
yes,
sacked?
I was wrongfully
How
sacked.
you carried on that day?
Yes, I was. I've even trying to take this to a tribunal. Yeah.
Good luck with that one, I'll tell you that.
The thing is, yeah, we saw in episodes 4 and 5 exactly how shit that referee is. He was awful.
He was.
Shocking.
But still.
I told him
even
a few home truths.
No, but a referee can
And
be...
you sacked me.
The referee was shocking, but you went over... You
listen.
go beyond the line.
All right, well, there we
as
go.
usual.
Well, I did.
My brother was watching it. I got another brother who's watching it the other day, right? And he just sent me a text. And it just said... It was just like a straight text. He goes, Robbie, has DT got anger issues? I was just kidding myself with laughter, man. And I just said, yep.
Listen.
I mean, you had to be sacked. I couldn't.
No, you
serious.
could. You could have.
Do you remember all the negativity?
I don't care.
That we got after that.
You see the views.
I don't care about no
Nah,
views,
man.
man.
Listen,
man.
at the end of the day,
do you
yeah?
know I spent about a week having to sort that mess out, man. But honestly, I was so. Listen, you knew how angry I was. Anyway,
Deal with
right?
it, man. At the
Deal
end of
with
the day,
it. Yeah,
was
it's all right
done.
now. It's all right
Listen,
now.
Look, I don't
you
care.
wait,
Look,
and that's when your team comes out.
Yeah,
that's why we're going to give it a beating.
You're
Just
not
for
going to get no
Just
beating.
For all that suffering I went through that
Listen,
week.
let-
Listen, for the suffering I went through that week.
I can't wait.
Your team's going
I
to get a
can't wait.
beat. I know
I
what you're
can't
going to
wait.
do anyway. You're going to come with a load of ringers. You know, you're going to have this man, that man. You know, probably
Don't get
you're
shook.
Probably ringing around Luton now. Yeah,
Don't get shook.
You know, you used to play for.
Right.
You know, you was.
Let me explain something.
I know already.
Let me explain something about my team. My team is nearly complete already. Yeah.
And your team has to be this is where you're going to find out, right?
Oh.
How the different. Wait a minute.
My team's going to be registered.
This is where you're going to find out, right? What about teams, right? It's not just about them little one-off games. You've got to train every week.
Yeah.
You've got a thing.
Yeah.
You can't be going shouting and cussing off man like what they'll be gone.
Let me tell you something.
Those players will go. They're not going to put up with yours. They're not going to put up with the rubbish that you think.
Now, I'm the boss. I'm the chairman. I'm the owner. My league,
Actually,
my
be a good
rules.
thing.
And
Actually,
you know
might
why
be a
it's
good
good?
thing.
Because I'm now going to be able to do things my way. I haven't got to go and answer to a chairman that isn't willing to back his manager. Yeah?
I didn't back my
You
manager.
are like the Stan Kroenke of amateur football. Yeah, that's what you're like.
Self-sustainable model.
No, there ain't no self-sustainable model, right? I had to work with different players each week. Players not turning up.
That's what you're going to get now.
No,
That's
it
what
ain't.
you're going to get
because
now.
what I'm going to get
Right?
now is a full team.
And then what you're going to find out now is about how to be responsible, right? Because you weren't responsible before. You're going to find out about responsibility. It's a bit like with Joey Barton, isn't it? He can't go around, now he's a manager of Fleetwood, his days of going around stabbing out a cigarette in man's face and stuff like that. He can't do that no
think
more.
I'm going on that level?
Because he's... No, but you listen. It's a whole new level when you're in charge.
Yeah, that's good.
You got to set an example.
I will be setting
to the
an
rest
example,
of the,
and the example will be setting.
Well,
is on the pitch.
if it's the example that you've set in the past,
Listen,
your
it's
whole
the
team
past.
will be fighting by the end of the game.
It's the past. We're going to set the example on the pitch.
Wait.
I can't wait till we play you.
To play you,
you
man.
lot are getting slapped differently.
I'm gonna make sure that we smash your team.
You ain't
pieces,
gonna
brother.
even get close to my team.
Are
you going to get some new players in?
And then
you need new players.
I haven't been able to watch it yet. Lawrence, he done a reply. He wants to.
Yeah, no, listen. Do you know
bring
what?
on that team as well. Any team that wants to come, man. Yo, I tell you, it's a whole new era. Any team, bring it because
I'm gonna let me just explain something.
Anyway, it's your team. I want.
Listen,
I want your
stop
team.
getting yourself hype. Yeah, let me explain something to you right now.
Running up your mouth.
Yeah, I run my mouth because I know what my team's gonna do.
Your team's your team.
Dead team. What did I say in the video? Fuck AFTV, a.f.c.
Yeah, I know you disrespectful.
Nah, move you dead team, man. Let me explain something, right? My team. Yeah, I represent myself. Most of my team's done, right?
It's gonna unravel.
Most of my team's done, yeah. But what I'm doing is I'm gonna be holding trials because I want a few players. There ain't gonna be no ringers because we'll be registering players. You know the rules. This is exactly how it's gonna be. This is legit.
Yeah, they'll probably turn up 1 week.
Just make sure.
And then after that,
just make sure that the league title trophy is big because I want a nice one in my hands. Yeah, you watch and see.
The usual.
Watch and see.
You was running up your mouth like this before the Goldbridge game as well, weren't you?
Oh, yeah. And then what did I get? What did I get? What did I get?
How did that go?
A dead team.
How did that go?
Was you there?
Right. I weren't there.
Exactly.
Thank God I weren't there.
Just shows.
What
did I tell you? Stan Kroenke of amateur football. Man wasn't even there. Man was jet setting somewhere else, looking at his other team wherever he'd bought them or whatever.
Listen, man.
So I'm ready.
I can't wait.
We're going to be holding trials. Yeah. Man's got training facilities. I've got a stadium. I'm a million miles ahead of you already.
You got a stadium.
Yes. Don't watch me, bro. Watch
you
it.
Got a stadium.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Robbie's like going to be on the phone to his accountant later. Hey, listen, we need to build a new stadium immediately.
We don't need no stadium, man. We play. We're at White City. Just the lights near Wormwood Scrubs prison.
Look how he's
trying to
say it.
You know what I mean? The ghetto youth them there. You know what I mean? You go on with the stadium.
Listen, man.
You go on with the stadium. The ghetto youth them there. You know what I mean?
About my team.
Wormwood Scrubs right under the lights. That's where we are, man.
Bad mind. Bad mind.
Anytime you're ready, you come step up on there down Wormwood Scrubs.
We'll be
you're going to find out what's going to happen.
We'll be stepping.
All right?
We'll be stepping. And what are you going to do when you get handed an L?
There's a lot of teams that want to play us.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I'm looking for, listen, look.
And we're going to have some good games.
Put the jokes aside and the rivalry and everything. Because believe me, yeah, what people don't realise, yeah, is that this is not fabricated or anything like that. Robbie didn't even know what was in the end of that video until he watched it. He had no idea that had been filmed. He had no idea of
what's coming.
You'd have no idea. Man's even got the kit ready. I got everything. This has been in play, and this is the best thing, right?
That logo, what's that on there? A bull?
Yeah, because that's what I am. I'm like a bull in a china shop.
They have a pussycat on it.
No, man,
when we're done with you, that's what you're going to have to change it to.
We'll see.
Anyway, listen. Putting that. What was the response from Thingy anyway?
Do you know
to be honest, right? I've not had a chance to watch it.
It was very Lawrence-like in the response. It was quite funny, actually. It was he had a right to respond after the way you went in on him, and I kind of
Yeah,
you.
Why did you go in on him?
You went in on him.
What did I say?
In.
I hardly said anything.
Look at my facial features in that video. Even I was like, whoa.
I didn't say much, man. Come on.
You said a lot. But listen, at the end of the day, what they basically said, Geordie gave Lawrence, the floor basically and said, respond. And they went through each bit individually.
Although Tao was saying to me that he said something about, he showed his edit in that. I said in the video that we did, I said he's a good editor, didn't I?
Yeah, you did say that. But you did also say he was talentless. So that's why
I said he's a good
responded
editor.
With.
I said he's good at editing.
Look, listen. At the end of the day, right? Look.
Anyway, sure.
What I say about this, yeah. Like I said, I spoke to Geordie after anyway, and you two have obviously got differences, right? And you've got your own reasons why you don't like certain aspects of each other and everything. But what you need to do now is just knock heads, sort it out. And because they mentioned EXO...
Is this you talking?
Yeah, no, I'm giving him advice. You see that? But what I'm saying is, right, they mentioned EXO and everything, and obviously they got their football team and whatever. So why not arrange a charity game or something where you put the bad negative side to one side, and you can go, let's go and raise a load of money for worthwhile causes. Let's put a good spin on something negative.
Did someone hit you on the head?
No, I'm just saying.
Where's all this nice DT come from?
Just saying. And you know what?
I want the old DT back, man.
If they're playing against AFTV a.f.c, because it's a game for charity, I'll even come along and play.
What for?
Well.
Come play for who?
For this team.
You're joking. You ain't. No. I'd rather have Lawrence in my team than you. You ain't coming nowhere near my team.
It's a charity.
No.
Right, I tell you what. EXO, come play my team. It's a proper team anyway.
You ain't.
Don't worry about them.
Listen, you ain't playing in my team.
Are you
After you're running out your mouth.
some players. You're going to get some new players.
You don't worry about us, man.
Your team dead, man. Dead players.
You wait, man.
If you hold,
that smile
can I
off your
give you a bit
face?
of advice though? If you hold a trial, yeah, and you do all that again, try keeping most of the trial players and giving them a chance this time, and not bringing ringers in.
What ringers?
You talk about ringers. I know what was going on behind the scenes.
What ringers?
Yeah, we'll see about ringers.
Don't worry, man. You'll get your opportunity when the time's going to come.
Go watch episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And go and tell me there's about 4 or 5 man that are regular. The rest, they change every week. Ringers.
No, they changed. Hold on, no, they changed on
over there. Look at him sticking up. No.
Those number one, those are friendly games, and they changed on a couple of times because we were as a matter of fact, the honest truth was on about 3 of those games we were short of players.
Oh yeah,
it was very short of players.
I know.
Yeah,
because in one of them I had to play about 80 minutes.
Yeah, and then look what happened.
Yeah.
Look what happened. Is that how long it lasted?
No, that's the reason why I got the game abandoned.
Didn't the game get
abandoned? That's why I got it abandoned, because I was knackered.
Imagine that. The manager of the club got the game abandoned. And then he's wondering why I'm upset.
I've seen worse in the Premier League.
Is it? When's that? That when a manager got the game abandoned? Tell me that game.
I was a player.
You got till the end of the podcast to tell me,
I've seen players
get the game abandoned.
Act worse than that. I've seen players act worse than that. The game shouldn't have been abandoned. The ref just lost it.
Anyway, you know what? Let's talk about Arsenal, man. Let's talk about Arsenal.
That was a good opening 10 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, you always get me diverted on other things, right? Let's talk about...
You started it.
Let's talk about another football club that seems to be in a total disarray at the moment, and that's our club, Arsenal. What is going on?
No idea.
Mesut Ozil, what is going on? This Mislintat thing. Let's start off with Mesut Ozil, right? Now... I don't know. I didn't see you directly before the game against West Ham, but I know that when me and Troops was walking in, we saw the team, right, and we was like, no Ozil
again,
not even in the squad.
I wasn't happy.
We were already like, come on, man, you guys have got to sort this out. What's going on? And then I was like, is he injured? And then I read tactical reasons. I'm like,
nah,
surely tactical reasons, he's at least got to be on the bench if something's not going right. We know away from home he's not the greatest. He doesn't trap back. He doesn't help out the team enough. We know that. But you've got to have him at least on the bench. And now the thing is about this, right, and I've said this on my transfer dailies, if you look at this, it's kind of a lot of similarities to when Guardiola came in at Man City and the problems he had with Yaya Toure. And that Yaya Toure was a talismanic player for Manchester City, but Guardiola didn't fancy him. And again, it was a similar thing. He didn't think he worked hard enough. He didn't think he did enough for the team. He thought he was a great individual, but he didn't do enough for the team. And the style of which he wanted to play, he just didn't think that Yaya Toure fitted that. And he left him out. He'd play him every now and again, but on the whole, he left him out of the team till eventually he forced him out of the club and he went. This is a very similar situation that's going on at the moment with Mesut Ozil. Obviously, Emery doesn't fancy him, doesn't like him in the team, doesn't think he puts in the right amount of work, I think one of the things he doesn't like about Ozil is his pressing. He doesn't press. He wants to play a high press from the front. Ozil doesn't do that. And he's trying to bomb him out of the team. But it's a dangerous game because now it's all right when you're winning, but when you're losing to West Ham, where do you stand on it? I know you love Ozil. Where do you stand on it?
I think that Emery is trying to make an example of him in some respects, show him that he's boss. I think he's trying to learn from his mistakes at PSG. He had the similar kind of situation with Neymar, but Neymar basically controlled PSG. There was nothing that Emery could do about it. It was also very reminiscent to the scenario with Ben Arthur. He throws him completely out of the side. So much so that Ben Arthur even posted a picture of himself with a little cake and one candle in it to mark the 1 year anniversary that he'd been frozen out of the side. That's how bad it was. And I feel that...
Cake incoming for Messi.
I think that Emery kind of got his fingers burned. And I don't feel that he wants that to happen again. So he's kind of laying down some kind of I'm the boss type thing. But Ian Wright summed it up perfectly when he said, Mesut Ozil should be in that 18 squad, regardless. Is he better than what's on the bench? Yes. Could he change the game if need be? Yes. He should be in that 18-man squad.
Although we all want, last year there was a lot of, I'm not saying you necessarily, but there was lots of fans complaining about Ozil. Let's have it right. Complaining about his lack of work rate, his lack of, work that he does for the team, right? And he used to get really annoyed that he just always played, regardless.
Yeah.
Arsene Wenger just played him. Even if he had a stinker, he'd be in, right? And we wanted a manager that's going to come in and stand up to these players. If you're not putting it in, you ain't playing. I don't care who you are. We were all saying that.
I know that.
Now we've got that.
I feel
we've got a manager who's come in and said,
"No, but
I don't care who you are."
I feel he's going over that. I feel he's cutting off his nose to spite his face. That's what I feel now.
But
we've got no.
He's making a stand.
Best example is when we played Bournemouth away. He put Ozil on the bench. Emery said himself that for tactical reasons and the way they wanted to play, he didn't start him. No problem. Emery also said that if the game was going a certain way, then he would have brought Ozil on. But as it was, we were 2-1 up. It was a bit edgy. Still needed that tightness in the middle. So he decided, no, I'm not going to play him. I'm going to leave it. No problem with that whatsoever. Game like West Ham, where we're chasing the game, we're down. And let's be honest, there was space in that game because we still created chances.
Yeah,
it
not
was
enough
perfect.
Chances.
No, but it was perfect for Ozil with 25 minutes to go go on. We were losing. We had to do something. We had to try and open them up. That is the game where it's perfect for him. So I feel by not putting him in the actual squad at all, he's chopping off his arm. He's hindering.
But he's making a stand.
You can make a stand by not putting him in the side, but not putting him in the 18. I'm sorry, but that's not...
No, but yeah, you make a stand by saying to someone, that's it. I told you, I want you to do such and such and such, or you won't be in the team. You're not in the squad.
But Ozil's just come back from injury.
And if maybe if he's not seeing that, he's like, I told you, you're not playing.
I'm sorry,
I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you're on.
I'm sorry,
you are not playing.
I'm sorry, it's wrong. It's wrong.
But how do you make a stand then?
He makes a stand by not putting him in the team when he doesn't, he's not starting games. But he's there, and he.
No, but he might have reached the end of his tether, and he said, "Right, you are not."
No, because this has been going on for ages.
Yeah,
this has been going on for ages.
So we don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
You go to the Spurs game, he should have been in the squad. You go to the West Ham game, he should have been in the squad. How many times should he have been in the squad? Like I said, Ian Wright said it perfectly. He should be in the 18.
I'd like to see him in the 18, right? I was baffled. I thought he should have been on the bench. But I'm just saying that, on the other hand, if we are saying that we want a manager that's going to be strong and stand up to players, and we want a manager that's going to impose, and we keep saying at the start of the season, and I've heard you say it a million times, and other people, we need to be patient. We've got to back him. You got to back him.
Yeah, but
if he's left him out of the squad,
but on this,
right?
But on this, it's not working.
No, hold on. You said
wait. Listen, look. Let me just get this perfectly straight. Be patient. Yeah, let me get this perfectly straight. Just because you back the manager and you agree with some of his decisions and everything else, doesn't mean you have to agree on everything.
No, I know that.
What I'm saying is, left him out of the 18 against Spurs. We lost. We had no one to come on to change the game. Left him out of the 18 against West Ham. We lost. We had no one to come on and change the game. His decisions...
He's left him out of the 18 on other games as well, and we haven't lost.
They're backfiring now. We need Mesut Ozil in that team.
I'd like to see Mesut Ozil in that team, but if you're backing the manager, right? Listen, if you back somebody, you got to back to back their judgment.
No.
So basically, you're not backing them on a game-to-game basis. You say, right, I'm backing the manager. This is what you said.
Yes.
I'm backing the. Let me finish.
No, because
Let me finish. I'm backing the manager. I'm going to be patient. We've got to be patient, you say. We've got to back the manager. He needs a few windows. This is what I've heard loads of people saying. Now, we got to back it. Same like I said with the Guardiola situation. You've got to back the manager's judgment. His judgment is, for me, you ain't playing, right? So if you're saying you're being patient, you say you may not like the decisions. You may not be happy that Ozil, like me, I'm not happy that he's been left out. But I've got to back Unai Emery in this because, he wants to come. He's got his style of play, what he wants to play. And for if I'm saying that I'm giving him, like I heard a lot of fans say, I'm giving him 2-3 seasons, then we got to go with these things.
It's the wrong decision.
You don't know yet. You don't know long term
that's my opinion.
Because
my opinion
because at the time at Man City, a lot of those fans would be like, how can we not play Yaya? Yaya's a big time player who'll come on and score goals and that. But none of them were moaning when they got 100 points last season after he moved them on. After he moved Yaya Toure out of the club, right, and they won the league, playing beautiful football and achieved 100 points. Nobody weren't saying, where's Yaya?
Right, listen, no one was saying, where's Yaya? Because Manchester City can go out and spend 60, 70, 80 million pounds on any person they want. They can replace Yaya Toure. We're not in that position. All right? We're not going to replace him.
Maybe the Denis Suarez thing is like the sort of player he's going to bring in.
You're replacing Mesut Ozil with Denis Suarez, with all due respect.
You know what?
Mate.
He's not as good a player. No, hold on, DT. Were you missing?
One step forward, 2 steps back. This is the problem we have at Arsenal Football Club, and you've said this 100 times. We sell a player to buy a player. We get rid of a player, we buy a player. This is like getting rid of Henry's and Bergkamps and all these type of players, and then we will end up having to watch the likes of Shamak and Bentner and all of them. Now, I'm not calling Mesut Ozil an Henry or a Bergkamp or anyone like that. I'm saying that we're going to get rid of someone for a lesser quality. Why?
Because, Denis Suarez is not as good as Ozil, but Denis Suarez might suit the style of football that the manager wants to play, which is a high pressing. He wants his front players pressing. And when they play that way against certain teams, Mesut Ozil does not press. We know that. We've seen him now. He's been here for 5 years. Have you seen him? Tell me 2-3 games when you've seen that guy pressing from the front. He don't do it, does he?
Ozil covers more ground than people give him credit for.
He covers ground, and when he gets there, does he press up on a man? How many tackles does he see put in?
Mesut Ozil used to cover more ground than Alexis per game. But because Alexis used to run around like a madman. You
can cover ground, but it's the effect that Alexis used to press guys into. I mean, he would be good right now, the old Alexis to have in the team. The start that would suit Emery's style better. Because he presses. Emery wants his forward players and midfield players to press. His whole style is based upon that. Mesut Ozil does not do that at all.
He's wrong. His decision's wrong. Mesut Ozil should be in the 18.
I think he should, but we got to be patient.
Mesut Ozil should start against Chelsea.
Let's be patient, Robbie.
Let Mesut Ozil.
I back the manager.
Listen. Just because you back the manager doesn't mean you have to agree with every decision he makes.
But you got to back him.
I don't.
Of course you ain't got to agree with it.
I've just said to you, I don't agree with it.
I disagree with him playing Granit Xhaka in the team, right? I think he should play Ramsey instead of Xhaka, but I back the manager if he's going to...
I don't, because Ramsey's going.
Exactly, but we still back him. You disagree with him playing Ramsey in the team because Ramsey's going, but you're backing the manager because you know long term he's your manager. We want to do. We want to
play Aaron Ramsey in a pivot.
I would rather have him in the team than Granit Xhaka if he's staying. Which it looks like he is till the end of the season, and from what I've seen from Aaron Ramsey so far this season, he's been professional. Every time he stepped out on that pitch, he's given his all for Arsenal.
But he shouldn't be
so hold on, if he's given his all from now till the end of his contract, remember he's under contract and he's given his all as an Arsenal player, he should play. If he's not going to give his all, then you sell him. But he's given his all. Let's play him instead of Granit Xhaka. Granit Xhaka makes too many mistakes.
Do you know the worst mistake that Emery made?
Did you see the stat? Did you see that stat? That Granit Xhaka...
Right,
hold on, let me finish.
I've seen it. I know
let
what
me finish.
Granit Xhaka's given
so that people who are listening or watching this know, they may not know, that Granit Xhaka has given the ball away more times than any other player that's directly led to a goal. Which last week, his mistake in that poor header away led to West Ham scoring, which meant we lost the game. Lost.
It's not his fault we lost the game.
No, but he's played a big part in it, didn't he?
But you can't sit there and blame him.
He played a big...
You got to blame the attack that weren't doing anything.
He's making mistakes after game that leads to goals.
Right, Robbie, listen to me, yeah?
Did you not see the stat?
Listen to me, yeah?
That's why I want Ramsey.
The one mistake that Emery made was breaking up Xhaka and Torreira when they were doing so well together. That was the biggest mistake Emery made. Putting Xhaka in at centre back.
I didn't understand why Torreira was on the bench against West Ham.
No, I know. What I'm saying is,
but I'm backing him.
Right, listen. When Torreira and Xhaka were together, the pair of them, no issues whatsoever.
There was issues.
There wasn't hardly any issues.
They played together against Fulham, right? Just on a stroke of half time, Granit Xhaka inexplicably just passes the ball to a Fulham player. They go for and score. On another day, again,
these are games. Talk about all the other games during that period where he played really well.
He played all right.
Man.
He played all right. Honestly, for me, he makes too many errors.
Yes, he makes errors. But what I'm saying is,
I would rather Ramsey.
But what I'm saying is, this season, next to Torreira, in that period, he's been one of our most improved players this season. And you've even said it yourself.
He's improved a lot since last season. That weren't hard. But I'm still do not like the fact that he makes so many mistakes per game.
Yes, but you can't blame him for losing against West Ham.
He's a big part in it.
You cannot.
A major part in it.
The whole team were a part in it. You can't sit there and blame him.
He played a big part in it.
Let's talk about the attackers. Let's talk about why they were so poor.
They did. They missed chances. They were poor. But I'm saying he keeps making these mistakes that lead to teams scoring goals.
Yeah, and I've said that needs to stop. And he has to cut that out. But the fact is...
The way to cut it out is not have him in.
Put Ramsey he's been one of our most improved players this season.
I'd rather Ramsey. I'm just my opinion. Yeah, that's but good. I'd rather Ramsey. But I'm back...
Ramsey can't play in a pivot of that too.
Why not?
The one thing... Because he can't. He disappears all the time. That's the one thing that he does do. He just disappears. We've moaned about it 100 times about Aaron Ramsey and what he does. And he disappears because he ends up being in Hollywood somewhere in the other end. He's more of a box-to-box. He don't sit in front of them.
I'd rather
and the two that work the best...
Ask him to play disciplined.
The two that... Everyone's tried to ask him to play disciplined. He don't. The two that have worked...
So it's all right to cuss Ramsey.
No, when it's not. I'm not cussing him. I'm saying that he doesn't play that position.
It's all right to drop him out of the time when he does... Drop him out of the team.
Because he doesn't fit that system.
Yeah. Just like Ozil. And that's why...
What are you on about? Ozil does fit it,
question.
But Ozil does fit it.
No, he doesn't.
He does. In my
I told
opinion,
you he doesn't press.
In my opinion,
he doesn't press. You've answered your question.
In my opinion, Ozil does. In my opinion, Ozil does.
That's why I know your football team's going to flop.
No, my football team. Listen, don't try bringing it back.
Tactically, listen, you've answered your own question. That's why the manager don't want to play Ozil because he don't fit. Just like you're saying, Ramsey doesn't fit.
Do you want to have a bet on our teams? Do you want to have a bet on our teams?
Forget the teams for a minute. I'm talking about Arsenal, right?
Oh, sure.
Right? He don't fit. That's why he's not... I want to see... I think for Chelsea, if Ozil doesn't... If he's not in the squad, that's it. He's got to be gone. Surely...
He has to start.
Surely he's leaving.
He has to start.
Right? If he's not in the squad, surely he's leaving.
And do you know the other thing
for me, he has to... I agree, he has to start.
The other thing that Emery needs to do? Go back to basics. 4-2-3-1. Go back to the formation.
Yeah, I don't like the three at the back. I think the three at the back he was playing because of injuries.
Because of Rob Holding. No, I feel that it worked because of Rob Holding.
But we've got to go flat.
Right? I feel that he was forced into certain decisions because I've said this so many times with my own previews.
All the injuries.
Kolasinac is a better in attack than he is in defence.
Yep, you're right.
So when Monreal got injured, he couldn't put Kolasinac as a left back because it didn't work. So he thought, how do I utilise this and do it? Let's go free. Kolasinac plays to his strengths. Rob Holding can be the one that ball carries and does everything and comes out from the back. Rob Holding then goes and gets injured. Look at that stat that you put out about Rob Holding since he's been injured in comparison to when he was playing. It's pretty clear that we're missing him.
Plus, he brings the ball out from the back and it moves quicker. That's the other thing with Xhaka. Let me just say, just going back on Xhaka as well, he slows down the play. When that guy gets the ball...
He's one of the main reasons why the play builds up and does. Remember when Xhaka was suspended for the Man United game? And everyone was going mad.
When Xhaka gets the ball on the half turn.
Do you remember when Xhaka was suspended for the Man United game and everyone, including you, were like, he's going to be such a big miss because he is influential in us building the play.
Yeah, he's played well in some games. But for me, he slows that without Rob Holding there, Xhaka slows down the play. He gets the ball on the half turn. He's slow with it. Half of the time he ends up passing it back to the defenders.
Because
did you see the show with Graham? Graham was saying that the play at the moment is so slow. I mean, that's one of the reasons why we do need Ozil back in it. But the transition from defence to midfield at the moment is so slow. The only person who transitions it quick is Torreira. That's why I couldn't understand why he didn't start. Guendouzi as well slows it down too much.
This is why we need a ball-carrying centre-back if Emery is going to persist with this position. Because that's what you need in the free. And the only one that we physically got at this club that can actually do that is Mavropanos.
Yeah, but he's
a kid.
He's a kid,
and he's
been out for
6 months.
So
exactly. So that's what I'm saying.
We should go out and buy somebody.
Well, you need to, but they won't. We can't loan anyone.
And then the other thing is, as I said, if he doesn't play this week, it's gone, isn't it? Surely, if he's not in the squad.
Well, there's no excuse.
There's rumours that Inter Milan might be interested in taking him on loan.
If he's not in the squad, then Emery clearly is.
There's rumours Inter Milan might be interested in, and they pay half his fee. I was saying on my Transfer Daily show, right, that I can't believe the situation, right? Normally, we're sitting in January or in the summer worried that these teams are circling for our best players, right? We're so crap at the moment, they don't even want our best player. There ain't even nobody out there saying, yeah, actually, we'll have Ozil. Normally we'd be worried that there's 4 or 5 top teams across Europe wanting Ozil. Nobody wants him at the moment. A lot of that to do with the stupid wages that we put him on.
And his age.
Was he 29 now?
30,
going on 30, yeah.
30, yeah.
What do we
do?
But for you, he's got to start.
Yeah, he's got to start. He's got to start against Chelsea, man. He's got to.
What do you made
at Emirates?
Mislintat thing?
I don't know what's going on.
What did you think when you heard that news? That Mislintat is set to leave Arsenal. Apparently, the reasons why they're saying is that he doesn't seem to be getting on with Sanelli. He feels undermined at the club. He's been upset about a lot of things, and he wants to move on. Bayern Munich were apparently interested in him,
but apparently Bayern Munich are not.
Yeah, but it'd be a big blow if he goes, isn't it? Because we were thinking he spotted some good play. He's because of him. Well, not just because of him, but he played a major role in bringing in Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan, Socrates, Guendouzi. He spotted Torreira. He's been doing good.
Yeah.
What's going on at the club?
Maybe there's too many cooks in the kitchen. This is the problem. Maybe there's too many in there. Maybe there's, whereas Wenger kind of made all the decisions, it's kind of been passed on to other people now. And obviously he's got his ideas. Sanelli's got his ideas. What I will say is for the now, I can understand why Emery and Sanelli want experience and want players they know and trust, because we're on about them now.
Because they reckon that Sanelli is the one pushing the Denis Suarez.
Well, it's obviously Emery and Sanelli, because you look at the players we've been linked with. There's Denis Suarez, there's Carrasco. And Banega.
Yeah. All players, Spanish players.
All players that Emery
that they know and knows. Sanelli would know from Spain.
Exactly. Yeah. So what they're looking at is they're going, I feel, they're saying to Sven, look for the summer and we'll look to go and get your players then. Because the rumours that people are saying are that those 3 players we just mentioned are Sanelli and Emery's. The players that Sven wants are players like Dembele, players like, I forgot who the other one was, the Manolas at Roma. They're the ones that he wants.
I'd go with him. Those are two much better players.
I know. But
they're a lot of
in
money.
this window right now, we ain't getting them. So Sanelli and Emery and all the rest of them have obviously got to say, this is what we need for now. Sorry, but we don't want your suggestions because there's no way we're getting them. Maybe in the summer we can visit them, but now, no.
What's happened?
I don't know.
We were on a 22 game unbeaten run. We all knew that would come to an end sometime, and you're going to lose a couple of games. You're going to have a little patch that you go through. But it's almost like, I don't know, it's like we're trying to make things worse. I mean, since the start of this year, every day,
I've tried
negative news coming out.
I've tried so hard this season to be positive. I've tried so hard and even sat here in podcasts with you before the season started and said, I'm going to give Kroenke a couple of windows to see if he backs the manager, which is fair. You've got to do that. You've got to give him a couple of windows. You can't not do that. I posted a video from one of my interviews with you just over a year ago at West Brom when we drew 1-1. And in that video, I said, very soon, everyone's going to realise what I've been telling you for a long time. We're 5 years behind everyone else, and it's going to take years to repair the damage after Wenger's gone. And I posted that video up, that clip. And I said it a year ago. Because I could see what was going on. Anyone that looked objectively could see what was going on. We were giving massive contracts to average players. There's players that are our four most expensive players, right, in terms of contracts, yeah, fill two positions. 4 players, 2 positions. That means the majority of the time, the manager will have to leave 1 or 2 of those players out. So 2 of your most expensive players will be on the bench because we've got too many in that position. So badly managed, it's unreal. Players that don't even get minutes. Why are we paying? I understand that he's a bit part player or anything else, but who signed off a new contract to El Neni and gave him the number 4 shirt? And he's nothing to do with any of our first choice plans.
But no, I understand that. I understand that because the thing is, that's what we should have been doing from time. You have a player like that, right? He's coming to the again. He could have just walked away for free. At least if you sign him to a contract extension, then when you go to sell him, you'll get some money.
He still had a couple of years.
So he's being linked at the moment to Leicester and but if you sign a player, if you give him a contract extension and they've got a long contract left, the value of that player goes up.
There's so many more. When I looked at the statistics,
there's a lot of players there on high wages.
The players that I looked on, like I can't believe Kolasinac's on 119 grand.
Yeah, but he did come on a free.
Then he came for a free.
He came on
so
a free,
you can kind of balance
so
that.
that's
then
quite normal.
You look at it, right? Petr Cech's leaving now, so he would have gone anyway because his contract was expiring.
Yeah,
so
he was on 100
grand. But there you go. Your second choice goalkeeper's on more than your first choice goalkeeper. There's an issue. Koscielny, I think he should be gone at the end of the season.
He's on about 100 as well.
There's 90 to 100 grand there as well. Cole Jenkinson, will we finally get rid of him?
What's he on? 50,
60 grand.
Do you know what, though? Do you know what? The thing is about this as well. This is a big football club. Do you think Chelsea fans are sitting down there this weekend and saying, oh, Ross Barkley's on 100, but they don't care. This is what annoys me about it. We shouldn't even have to be worrying about that. We should be. This is a major football club. Why do we always have to be? Why are all every bloody Arsenal fans like an accountant?
But there's a reason why.
I mean,
there's a reason why.
We're like accountants. We're always there, like we're on our phone. And
yeah, but Robbie, there's a reason
why.
He's
on 100 grand.
But there's a reason why. What's the reason why? Why we're questioning
this
the wages?
Stupid self-sustainable model.
Yes,
right. And the fact that our owner don't put no money in the club.
We've reached the limit of this new.
Tired of this foolishness, man.
This new rule, this new fair play rule that we've got.
He's on 90. So if we take away 30 and put the 10, then maybe we can go. Why are we worrying about that?
Because of the owner.
Other teams, right? Their fans just sit there and say, "Oh, we've been linked to."
Yeah, but
they're not sitting there doing
because of the owner. We said that. Apparently, we've reached the threshold of this new rule. We've apparently reached the threshold of this new FFP, is it? Where the wage cap thing, right? Now, how the hell are we the only team that seem to be playing by fair play rules when no one else does?
Well,
right? What annoys me as well is Kroenke not spend a single penny in this club.
Don't
We know he's
spend
not
a
going
cent.
to. And then we see pictures of him at the game of the Rams at the weekend, and he's walking around the pitch with a big smile on his face. Yeah, enjoy our money. You mug.
And the Rams are doing well.
And they're doing well.
Because he's putting
Look
a bit of money into
he
that.
put over £1 billion into them.
Yeah, that's probably some of our money.
When have you seen Stan Kroenke at Arsenal walking around with a big smile on his face like that?
He couldn't walk around, could he? Because he'd get peer abuse. There's no way he couldn't walk around. Imagine him walking around. He'd need like the Pope when he's got that little glass thing around him and that bulletproof.
The best way of summing
There's
that up.
no way he could walk around.
The best way of summing it up. The last time I actually think he was at the Emirates was Wenger's last ever game at Emirates against Burnley, wasn't it? And do you remember the camera was panning round the crowd and then they panned on Kroenke and it went boo! Everyone went mad and they quickly just moved the camera.
Remember Sir Chips came out just to hand a little plaque.
He got hammered.
And they just said, hand in the plaque. The hand in the plaque.
Yeah,
it's Sir Chips.
Everyone got mad.
What? Woo! And they moved the camera off him.
I think Chips Keswick goes to more ladies' games now than the main games because he feels safer.
It's
honestly,
honestly,
he's not gonna get hammered there.
Honestly, I'm tired of us having to be thinking about players. There's no other. As I said, the Chelsea fans this week will not be doing that, and this is what annoys me because we're a bigger club than Chelsea. But you know what? I respect their owner because he puts his money where his mouth is, right? He cares about that team. Look at all the trouble he's going through. They don't even want to let him in the country, right? And the man still he loves Chelsea Football Club. And that should always be the first reason why, or that is going to be when you have a good owner. If he loves the club. But Stan Kroenke don't care
I'm
about
just sitting here
Arsenal.
laughing to myself about a couple of things you just reminded me.
He doesn't care.
I'm just sitting here laughing. I know we're on a serious subject and stuff, but it's just made me chuckle to myself when you was thinking about Chelsea this weekend and stuff. And I've been noticing a few YouTube videos this week of previews from some of our friends. And it reminds me of you doing your preview last week with the West Ham game. And it's like there's a little competition going on with who can get the girls in to do the previews. There's you with Maya Khalifa.
Right.
And then there's obviously Troops and Kelechi doing things with Sophie this week. And I'm just like, you guys, that video, did you see the response from your video for West Ham? My God, the responses.
I know, it's worse than some of yours.
I did have to laugh, but it was
I'll tell you what though, she was a really cool girl. Honestly, man. Yeah, all right, we know the past, but honestly, she was the sort of girl you'd hang out with.
Yeah. Hang out with Robbie, yeah?
You'd hang out. No,
you hang out?
No.
You hanging out or hanging out the back of her? My
Nah, she was cool, man.
Whoa.
No, I liked her, man. She was good. She was good. We had a good laugh doing those videos, man.
Look a bit
You know what I mean?
flustered a bit.
I've never flustered, man. She was a good laugh. She was a good laugh. You're only saying that because you didn't get to come. I'm dropping myself in it with every word I say in it.
You know when someone digs that hole and you're like, Robbie, stop digging that hole, man. It's just like... But the thing was, right, do you know what I noticed as well? It was like, that was how embarrassing it was with the West Ham game because she was bantering Guendouzi and that after the game with her tweets and stuff. And I'm like, we're getting bantered by this woman now.
Getting bantered
and it's
off.
Just like, no, I'm not having it, man.
Getting bantered off by everybody.
I don't mind getting bantered by Chelsea in a certain respect because they've got trophies to back, their current, their recent time. Yes, we know they've got no history and they were who they were before Abramovich. But at least they've got some trophies now to at least back an argument. But they're still not a bigger club than Arsenal. They're a better club, but not a bigger club.
They're not a bigger club.
When you've won more trophies than us, then you can come back
They're
and
not
say
a bigger club, but they behave like a bigger club. We're not behaving like a big club now. We're not. No, be honest.
No, good plug there.
We're not behaving like a big club.
No, we haven't done for a long time, Bobby. When was the last time we acted like a big club? When was the last time we actually went to a club and bullied them to take a player off them?
I looked at West Ham.
last time?
I looked at West Ham last week, that game, and I'm like, take out Aubameyang, Lacazette.
Do you know what annoyed me?
Is there any difference between their players and our
Do
players?
you know what really annoyed me about that game?
We could swap teams.
Do you know what annoyed me about that game?
We should be levels above. You know what I mean?
West Ham didn't have to play that well to beat
No.
us.
No.
It wasn't like they were exceptional. It's just that they just
honestly,
done a bit more.
we need that team. Our Arsenal team needs more. We need more quality. We're lacking in quality now, and I genuinely think that those West Ham players, when they stepped out at that pitch and they looked around, they're like, yeah,
this ain't that bad.
yeah, no, nothing really. I'm scared of Aubameyang and Lacazette. That's it. I'm scared of nothing else.
This is the thing.
And this is the problem. This is where we're going to challenge for league titles and that in the future, we need to get more quality into the team. And the only way we're going to get more quality into the team is we have to spend money. If this is a self-sustaining model, it ain't going to work. We've had self-sustaining for the last 10 years. What titles have we won? How many titles have we got near to winning? It don't work. And we're going to have more. Now this guy owns 100% of it. Bad news, Arsenal fans. We got more of this to come. I'm really fearful for the future of the club at the moment, unless the owner, Stan Kroenke, changes tact, looks upon the club and says, you know what I've been doing so far hasn't worked. I need to back my manager. I need to give him a bit more, and then we can start to step up. We've got, hopefully, in place guys that understand how contracts and that should be done, and hopefully in the future we won't have players that have gotten zero value, because you can't have a self-sustaining model if you've got nothing to sell.
The problem is, Stan Kroenke's still not going to spend any of his own money, because what he'll do
but
come the summer...
until he changes tact, we are not going to win the league.
Doing? Stan Kroenke is waiting for Adidas deal to kick in. He's waiting for all the other deals to kick in that come into play this summer, the Emirates deal and everything. And then on top of that, he's hoping for the Champions League, so that he can go, ooh, yeah, I got a load of money for you. There you go. And everyone goes, oh, what a great owner.
It's like somebody surviving on a payday loan from month to month. That's what Stan Kroenke is, a bit like that. You know what I mean?
Word.
That's how it feels at the moment. You know what I mean? He's just
you're
just surviving.
It's like them mans that used to go into cash converters.
Yeah.
And put their PlayStation and their TV in.
You're just
and
surviving.
buy it back in a month.
You're just surviving. You know what I mean? You're not, you know what I mean? So at the end, you know what I mean? You're not.
It's a cycle.
Yeah, it's a cycle. You're not, you know what I mean? If this guy, honestly.
You know what? This is the thing about signings as well. It gives everyone an injection.
When we get to this time of the year, January, this is where Unai Emery should be able to say, right, you know what? I've had a couple of losses over Christmas, a load of injuries. Let me bring in a couple of names now and give the place a real boost now and push through till the end of the season. Yeah. Instead, he's been told that, go
and get a loan.
Go and borrow some players. When we talk about loan's a nice name for borrowing.
Yeah.
Go and borrow some players.
Yeah.
Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah, I know, Robbie. You don't need to tell me. And this
I think we're going to end now because I'm getting too depressed.
Because this is the thing. That's where we are, and that's the be all and end all of it. Is the problems that we have.
Before we go, can we beat Chelsea this weekend?
We can beat them.
Think we'll beat them?
Depends if we turn up. Depends if Ozil's starting.
I think Ozil has to start. I think if Ozil starts, I think that's one thing that could give the crowd a boost.
The place needs a lift.
Yeah, and if Unai Emery wants to pull off a masterstroke this week, start Ozil, make him captain.
But then that'll question everything again, because I said it to you. He dropped him the other week, and then
it might bring the best out of Ozil, and if we can win that game, then maybe Ozil can push on from then till the end of the season, and then at the end of the season,
do you know
he
what's
can
really
decide
annoying
what to do with him.
about this whole situation? Top four is not inconceivable.
No, because now you've got Tottenham slipping up.
Because
Harry Kane's out for
6
a while, so
weeks.
you know
Son's gone to the Asia Games.
Yeah, so there's a chance.
There's a massive
of two
chance.
spots now, not just one, and we've got to close down the gap on Chelsea, and we've got United breathing down our neck. This is a must-win game. It's massive.
At the end of the day, we lose to Chelsea with 9 points behind. We win. With
we
3
lose.
points
We lose
behind.
this weekend. Top four's done.
That's it.
If we win this weekend, it's still on. Simple as that. We've got to win the game. I do think we're going to win it, actually. Right? I don't know if it's my head or heart, but I don't know. I've got a feeling we've been strong at home. We've not. The bad performances have come away from home this season. I've got a feeling we're going to get a reaction this weekend.
The players
I do.
need to react.
I see.
They need to.
I think we're going to get a reaction like that Tottenham game.
The fans need to react as well.
And the fans need to be up for this.
The fans have been so flat lately.
A 5:30 kick, but can you blame fans? The
No,
news they've been
no,
getting
you can't.
week after week after week.
Exactly. You know, and then we
Yeah.
go into the Man United game, and that's another big game.
It's
You know,
an easy run at the moment.
You
isn't
know,
it?
you know the only thing that I was thinking about, because I watched De Gea's performance against Spurs, and it reminded me of us last year.
When he saved
You
33
know the
saves.
only advantage to play Man United next week in the FA Cup, De Gea may not play, because it is quite common.
Yeah, they
for
normally
you to change your
play.
goalkeepers
Yeah,
around and
yeah.
stuff.
They normally play. What's his name?
Romero.
Romero. Yeah.
So
yeah.
even though he's a good keeper, he's
Yeah.
not David De Gea.
Yeah.
So we might actually stand a chance, because I'm not having that little rat Millie rocking
They
at the
still might
Emirates
play
again,
Pogba
man.
though. You know what I mean? I told you that guy. I told you if Mourinho went anyway.
We'll wait
That's
and see,
another
man.
subject.
We'll wait and
Listen,
see.
respect, man.
Yeah, man.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget, you can download it on all of the normal formats for the podcast. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We've got over 900,000 subscribers now. We're getting there. So don't forget to subscribe to AFTV. Don't forget to subscribe to DT's channel.
I'm nearly on 200,000
Yeah,
subscribers.
and you'll also be able to get more details on his channel about his dead football team.
Hey, dead team.